Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today I'd like to talk to you about a couple elements, a couple principles that I use to take the relationship that I had and turn it into the relationship that I really want. So, who is Justin M.G. Mendez? That question has not yet been answered this morning. I come from Toastmasters Leadership Club. I'm obviously young. I've been in Toastmasters for a little over a year. I just finished my CC. And the ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you today, like I said, come from my personal experiences. I find that when teaching and trying to convince someone to do something, it's usually best to use personal experience or a tried and true method that you've researched. This is my personal experience. My qualifications to speak on relationships are that I've had several failed relationships. A good way to learn how to do something right is to first do it wrong. Jim Rohn said that. I've had 2 failed engagements, which is, thank you, which is something that a lot of people don't actually know about me, but I'm sharing this with all of you because why not? My realization is really what was important here, which was that in addition to realizing that I was sort of part of the problem, obviously, I realized that I was the solution, which is something very empowering, right? Sometimes it sounds kind of negative to say I was the problem, and obviously it takes 2 to tango, but realizing that I was the solution was what allowed me to shift my relationship and myself into a more positive direction. The first thing I want to talk to you about, and by the way, there are about 5 principles in this book that I just wrote entitled The Relationship You Really Want, which is what this presentation is based off of. We have time only for a couple. So the first one I want to talk to you about is that you'll always find what you're looking for. This is like when you just bought a brand new car and you're driving around and suddenly everybody has that car, right? Everybody has, Tashina and I have been experiencing this lately, everybody has a white Prius now. Just so you know, 50% of the cars out there are white Priuses. That's a fact. Let me give you an example from my own life. I decided I wanted to go buy my girlfriend a gift. Who here knows what a bath bomb is? Okay, a couple of you. Here's what a bath bomb is. It's shaped like a baseball, and you're welcome for this, by the way, because you're going to love these. It's shaped like a baseball. It's made out of baking soda and a lot of other ingredients. You put it in the bath and it fizzles and dissolves, and sometimes it turns the bath water sparkly pink or a nice green, and it has a great scent. They're all made of different things, so some of them have different oils in them. It makes your skin really soft. They're quite lovely indeed, right? I decided I was going to go buy her a bath bomb. So I go to this store, one of her favorite stores, and I walk in to purchase a bath bomb, and I find the one. I know some of the ones that she likes, so I go find the one that she likes. And the saleswoman is incredible. She's like, now you can get this ordinary bath bomb over here, but this upcoming holiday, you might want to get this special bath bomb, right? Now, the holiday's not going to be here for a few weeks, so I figure I'll buy 2. I'll buy the normal one, and I'll buy the special holiday one. I'll give her the normal one today, and I'll hide the holiday one for a couple weeks until the holiday, and then I'll present her with that one. Great. Get home, give her the bath bomb. She says, thank you, honey. Gives me a hug, gives me a kiss. Great, I win. Boyfriend of the year. Later that evening, we're getting into bed, and she says, so you bought a bath bomb for yourself, right? I said, no, which was true. But you did buy one. Yeah, I bought one. Okay, but you bought 2. No. Honey, you did. No, I didn't. Honey, you left the receipt on the counter. I know you bought 2. So let's pause the story for a second. Let's just pause right here. Who can think of a few things that might be going through her head? relatively intimate store, bought a relatively intimate gift, and then I lied to her about buying it multiple times, right? Okay. So this is where we get into what was she looking for, right? Was she looking for trust or was she looking for mistrust? I said, sweetheart, this is so embarrassing. I bought you two. I explained to her the whole situation. I said, I bought you two. I got one for the holiday that's coming up, and I got, obviously the one that I got you today. And her response, because she was looking for trust, was, oh, I thought you bought two and you forgot one at the store, and you were just so embarrassed that you were lying to me about having. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm not too proud to walk into a store and buy something that's going to make my bathwater sparkly and pink, I'm certainly not too proud to admit if I had left it at the store. So this is what she was looking for, trust. Speaking of trust, I want to talk to you quickly about building and rebuilding trust. And the beauty of building and rebuilding trust is that trust can be built in tiny steps. It's not the grand acts that build trust. It's the small ones repeated consistently day after day after day. So if you find yourself in a situation that's lacking trust, I can make two suggestions to you. The first one is to stay true to your word. Do the things you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do them. Does anybody here have a friend who's late all the time?
I'm the person who's late.
Okay, that was my next question, was who's the person who's late all the time? Okay, so when your friend who's late all the time tells you, I'll be there at 11, you know they're going to be there at 11:30. You don't put trust, or in this case, the value of trust into what they're saying. Because consistently, they've said they were going to be somewhere, and then they were late. Which leads me to the next part, which is consistency. Be consistent. Stay true to your word, but be consistent. It's not the grand acts, it's the small actions repeated day after day after day that determine our ultimate destiny and really whether or not people trust us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.